Hi, I'm Rick, and you're in the Whiskey Zone, where we celebrate the spirit of the spirit. There are 5 officially designated whiskey regions in Scotland, and only one of them is named after a single town. That would be Campbeltown, home of the Springbank distillery and the source of the legendary Springbank 10-year-old, located at the southern end of the Kintyre Peninsula in the western part of Scotland. Let me start by inviting you to stick around until the end of this video, where I'll have a special whiskey review to throw in. Campbeltown used to be a huge whiskey producing region in Scotland with over 30 distilleries, but now there are only 3, although it looks like that number may be growing in the near future. One of the current 3 is Springbank, and it's one of those rare creatures in the Scotch whiskey world, a 5th generation family-owned distillery. That makes it the oldest independent family-owned distillery in Scotland. And because they don't have the constraints of a multinational corporation calling the shots, Springbank can produce less than their maximum capacity each year, which, from a consumer's perspective, often results in less product being available on store shelves, which leads to higher prices, and this cult-like status being attributed to the brand. This 10-year-old spirit, the entry-level and more affordable of their core range, has been bottled at 46% ABV and matured in ex-bourbon and sherry casks. Springbank does not chill filter or add color to any of its whiskeys, which I'm a big fan of. The color is a very pleasing yellow gold, and those oily legs are what I would call thick and quick. So let's dive into the nose. Some raisins, a little maltiness, rosewater, candied ginger, vanilla, yeast, or the smell of baking bread. And with that, it's time to rise to the occasion and go for the taste. Ooh, saltiness, a little toffee sweetness, spiciness, coffee, black, no cream, and black licorice. Now, I like the flavor load of this whiskey just the way it is, so I'm going to march forward and make my assessment based on what the whiskey maker put in the bottle. So, no water added. The finish is not especially long, with the exception of the salt on the tongue. There's a little smoke and a little sweet. This is a really good tasting whiskey. I like the mixture of sweet, peat, and salt. It goes down nice and easy. I don't have anything bad to say about it. Except, it also doesn't leave me with a sense of something extraordinary. It's just really tasty. So my call is, it's a really good whiskey, made by dedicated whiskey makers, and if you buy it, you'll like it. I'm giving the Springbank 10-year-old an 8-finger pour. Now that special review I mentioned, I pulled down a bottle of Springbank 10 that I had on the shelf, but it's from about 15 years ago, and there's only one small pour left in the bottle. So I figured it's probably worthwhile seeing how it stacks up against its new descendant. The first thing that I should mention is that unlike the new one I just reviewed, which was bottled at 46% ABV, this one's been bottled at 50% ABV. As you can see, it's a little cloudy, which is okay considering its age. Heck, I'm a little cloudy considering my age. On the nose, I get a little peat, some prunes, a little sweet cereal, and some hay. So now it's time for the taste. I'm very excited. On the tongue, there's some muted spice, slightly burnt wood, a light caramel candy bar taste, and some apple pie. Now, it's certainly not as robust and flavor forward as the new release, but for a whiskey that's been in its bottle for 15 years, I'd say it held up okay. Very impressed. Now, since you can't buy it right now, I'm not going to give it a rating, but I would absolutely recommend that if you acquire a new bottle of Springbank, open it now and enjoy it with friends. I hope you got something out of at least one of these 2 Springbank 10 reviews. If you'd like to uncork more details and peruse other whiskey-related stuff, please visit thewhiskeyzone.com. And since we're just about out of time here, this is your golden opportunity to subscribe, like, comment, and share. So, until next time, drink smart, stay safe, and we'll see you again in the Whiskey Zone.